Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Delta State University student Trace Reed was found hanging on campus. And while the first autopsy confirmed that it was a suicide, the second one, funded by Colin Kaepernick, told an entirely different story: homicide. Today, I'm joined once again by new Black Panther Party National Chair, Krista Muhammad, to dig deeper into those findings and what they mean going forward. Crystal, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Woody. Black Power, and I really appreciate you for having me on your show and for staying consistent and persistent with being in the front of exposing the truth about what's really going on in the case of Trey Reed.
Absolutely.
As you mentioned, there was an autopsy that came out, you know, from the coroner's office in Mississippi, in Cleveland, Mississippi area. And unfortunately, as we suspected, it was a larger part of a cover up of the actual murder.
What was the single most what was the single most damning piece of evidence that proved this?
Well, the most damning proof evidence is the fact that this young man was placed the way he was placed in a hung position, in which we actually do have the pictures. You know what I'm saying? But we are respecting the request of the family, to not reveal it at the moment. But we knew what we were looking into because there's been a series of lynchings going on in Mississippi that have not been exposed to the national light or even got due justice. Now, with this case, last night I did talk to Trey Reed's mother, Miss Sophia Reed, and she was very upset. We have been on the ground several times. When I'm saying we, the members of the New Black Panther Party, other community members, other community leaders, concerned people doing independent investigations, fact finding into what actually happened with Trey, and hitting the ground. The majority of the people know the truth about what's going on. And there's a lot of people that are witnesses. There are a lot of people who have very relevant information about what took place, but the so-called authorities, the police department, the sheriff department, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, have not only dropped the ball, but they're complicit in an absolute cover-up. At this point, they're part of a conspiracy to cover up a murder, as it stands. Now, speaking with the mother last night, and I heard, as soon as I knew what was going on, I made a point to call you because I know you've heard from me, Willie, but I wanted you to hear the mother's voice and let her tell you in her own words. So we are not speaking from what we heard or secondhand. We're hearing it directly from the horse's mouth. And I've been given the green light to put the word out about a call to action that we're going to be letting you guys know in just a few moments. But let's get to it.
Can you walk us
Second
through?
autopsy.
No, can you walk us through the specific injuries or findings the second autopsy revealed that the first one ignored?
Yes. The first one ignored. It said there was no lacerations, no signs of foul play. But guess what? Here it goes. This baby had blunt force trauma to the back of his head. This young man, Trey, he had not a fractured, but a sprung leg. He had bruises all up his back and on his butt cheeks, on his jawbone, on his face. At the funeral Saturday, you can see visible lumps on the brother's face and bruising, a lump on the side of his face and bruising. So this whole notion that this is somehow suicide is straight up bullcrap. It was asphyxiation, as if he was hung after death, according to and I don't know the actual medical terms, but what the mother said was, according to the doctor, the forensic pathologist doctor that they were able to that did the findings with them on yesterday evening, it appears that uh, I guess he was hung minutes or hung minutes after the death had already taken place, which we already figured because, as I mentioned before, many times, most of the times with lynchings, you know, they're used as symbology. And what his mother wanted us to know, and what we want the world to know, why we saying ritualistic symbology, because this was the 100-year anniversary of Delta State University, that this baby was hung up in the middle of a schoolyard on a Monday morning for everyone to see, for the students to see, and for them to have the mitigated audacity and arrogance and racist wickedness to try to say this baby did this young man did it to himself, to lie to the family, to run and tell the family, the police, the lie that he initially, they went and told the family that he killed himself in a dorm room. This is what the police went and told his family. And then I guess they didn't have their story together, or just so sloppy, or just so arrogant, that this young man was hung in front of the pickleball court, hung from a tree for everyone to see in the area that marks what the students call the white side of the campus. That's what they said. We were just down there 2 weeks ago, a week ago. And this is still the language that they're using, the white side of the campus, in a town that is still very much segregated, the black side of town, the white side of town. Let's not forget, this town, Cleveland, Mississippi, was forced in 2017. That's right, 2017, to integrate their high school. And it was boycotts going on. Boycotts of white parents not wanting their children in school in 2017 with black people. And this is the high school that's across the street, parallel to this college, Delta State, a very racist town, Cleveland, Mississippi, which is known as a sundown city, a sundown town. And for those who don't know what a sundown town is, that's a town where black people need to be out of town or on their side of the track by the time the sunlight goes down. This is the environment. This is the environment of the coroner that released such a bogus, fraudulent autopsy report. We were told not only was the autopsy report, that the first autopsy report, once it was received to the independent autopsy entity, that it was incomplete. It was missing various things that would be needed to give a full autopsy, such as x-rays and other things. But something even more horrific, in addition to what's already going on, that the mother said, is that some of Trey's organs were missing.
His organs were missing. Some of his organs were missing. Now, why would his organs be missing? And at what point did those organs, was it discovered that the organs were missing?
During the independent autopsy.
During the independent autopsy.
Correct.
So the first autopsy, in your opinion, and in the opinion of Sophia Reed, the mother, and the family, is that first autopsy was not incompetence or negligence. It was a cover-up.
It is my opinion. I'm only going to speak for my opinion. And okay. and whatever Miss Reed feels when she is ready to speak, and she will be ready to speak soon. You got to imagine what this lady is going through.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and she's strong. She's strong. But, you know, it doesn't matter how strong you are. She's a human being. She's a mother who's lost her child. So she speaks very clearly throughout all of this. She had to hit the ground and investigate. She had to hit the ground, and she hit the ground and started talking to the students. She hit the ground and got all the fact finding. Her. And there were other young activists that got out there that they were able to get information out as well. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat anything. There was a young man by the name of Markel Bridges who's got a group that went out there. We went out there. We were able to fact find. It's not no secret. Students were able to tell us information. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we know, the so-called authorities know, but they chose to cover it up. At this point, not only is it a lynching, it is an open conspiracy to cover up a murder. And it's being done. The conspiracy is not only taking place, and it's taking place by the medical examiner, the Cleveland, Mississippi Police Department, and that sheriff department for that county, and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation to allow this misinformation to be disseminated nationwide.
So this is how they're able to get away with murder after murder, lynching after lynching. All of these years, we have all of these lynchings that have taken place against Black people, specifically all throughout Mississippi. All of these lynchings, and not one person brought to justice and held accountable for these lynchings. And the reason why is you have not only the person committing the crime, that person is being supported, backed by members of law enforcement, local officials, state officials, and even the coroner in many cases.
And even the federal FBI and the Department of Justice, because they have this information. They have access to this information. They have more resources than we could possibly think of. And anything that we found out, they could have found out. There are witnesses who have been intimidated. There are witnesses who are being intimidated to today. There are suspects that we've uncovered, multiple suspects that we've uncovered. Trey was taken from Delta. That we have evidence that he was taken from there, Delta State University. They did what they did to him and brought him back. There's proof of this.
So let me stop for a moment, because I saw something in the comments where this uncivilized mutt. Usually, I don't even pay attention to the comments when I'm doing an interview, but I want to inject this really quickly, because we have to debunk and straight up destroy the lies. So it was said that Trey is on camera buying rope that he used to hang himself. Explain that.
That's a lie. That's something somebody just pulled out their butt today.
Right.
Whoever made that comment. There is no camera footage of him buying any rope. It's just, let me tell you, the wordplay, the corruption, the few weeks ago, after this, right before the funeral, the week before the funeral, the school and the police told Miss Sophia that they had video, but that was an incomplete statement. Mm-hmm. So she got up to the school, because they try to make it seem like they had video proof, but it was an incomplete statement. They had video, all right. The only video they had was him sitting on the bench outside the girls' dormitory. That's it.
Yeah.
See, misinformation.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they can show. Now, don't you think if they had video of him doing this to himself, they would have revealed it? They did not. They're messing with this, and after that, they just showed her pictures of him hanging from the tree, playing psychological games.
Here's another thing that I want to say. People who are innocent don't go around threatening people. If Trey had indeed killed himself, why would people be going around Cleveland, Mississippi, walking through the halls of the schools and the streets, threatening people, saying, you better not talk, you better not say anything? Right. Why would there be all of these stories about people being threatened if there is not a cover up? If nothing nefarious happened, why are threats being made? That absolutely makes no sense. What role did Colin Kaepernick's involvement play in ensuring the truth came out?
Man, Colin Kaepernick came through like a champ. This was very key. Had he not, an independent person, come out from not within the claws or clutches of the forces that be in Mississippi, and paid for an independent autopsy to take place, the narrative that's being run to today. I just saw an article on Monday on a national newspaper that's still trying to run, several national newspapers that have been running with the narrative of the state that it was a suicide, even though they did have some comments about people questioning the validity of it. Until there was an actual licensed pathologist doctor to look at what took place, we wouldn't have this truth right now today. You know, we can say what we think. People can have our kind of feelings, but the facts have to come out. Now, I must say that the actual official autopsy report is still, how should I say, how she phrased it, a work in progress, because there was missing information in the official report, and there was misleading information in the original report. For instance, she gave an example of they had Trey listed as being 5'6", when he's not. He's shorter than that. His weight was off. There were a lot of discrepancies of actual facts that were in the official report. So what the family was able to get revealed to them on yesterday was what we would call the preliminary autopsy report. So there are some things that the pathologist will be doing to when I would assume that the attorneys are going to hold some type of a press conference and release the final public standing. But we have all of the preliminary information to know that this was not a suicide, that Trey did not do this to himself, and that there is, in fact, and indeed, a cover-up of the murder of Trey Reed taking place to the highest level. Now, what's to be done about it? First things first, we have to get the word out as far and wide as we can. We are calling for a national demonstration at Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi, for the date of October the 18th. We need all roads to lead to Mississippi. All the podcasters, all of the activists, all of the student groups, all of the freedom fighters, any and everybody that cares about justice, we need you to descend upon the city, the town of Cleveland, Mississippi on October the 18th. That is a Saturday, and it's okay because we're going to make it a very active day. There are people not only from the university that need to be held accountable, but the police department. You know what I'm saying? The people who are the powers that be. And we need the presence of the Black community, of the people, period. And but in particularly, I'm saying Black people, stand up. You know what I'm saying? These people are covering down from every entity that they have on a lynching, on a wicked murder. We have to show the world that we stand up for ourselves. Any God-fearing person, any person that is of justice and of righteousness, we asking you to stand up. And guess what? The dress code is black. All black. All black for justice. When you go into that courthouse, what color does the judge have on? A black robe. The Supreme Court wears a black robe. We fight for black power. We fight for black justice. The significance of the color?
Yeah, black.
The essence, I want to take it all the way metaphysically. Black is the essence that everything comes from. It's the origination. And when you start breaking down black is when you get color. Black is what the universe was formed in, and everything start coming out of it. Okay? Black is in the womb that we was made out of, made in, and we come out into this world. And let's not get it twisted, and let's not get it mixed up. It's all about some black power at this moment. We need to counter this white racist wickedness with truth and light and strength. We are not in no shape, form, or fashion talking about violence. So don't let anybody come with no foolishness. We talking about taking a strong stand for justice. You know, back in the day, they were doing sit-ins. Well, that's gotten us to this point. We're standing strong. We're not turning back. We're not compromising. We're not trying to hear no, if they knew better, they do better. They won't do better. It's not in them. We have to force them to do what's right. The people must stand up. It has to be all power to the people. If it was up to the authorities, the so-called wannabe authorities, it would be over right now. They thought they look. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Have you or anyone from your team spoken with the officials in Mississippi or even the school president or dean? Have you spoken to anybody in positions of authority?
Well, there are members of the New Black Panther Party, in fact, who reached out, not myself, but that was another individual who reached out to the sheriff department when this first occurred, when we first heard about it. And they were told lies. They were told it was a suicide. He did it to himself. I have not talking to the president, but I saw that president at the church house Sunday, at the funeral, Saturday, sitting there just as, I don't know, it's horrible to have to witness case after case and seeing the pain that our people are going through. And to see it was a lady sitting next to him just steady taking notes. I don't know if she was a federal agent or what she was, but honestly, I don't have anything to say to this man, Willie. You know what I'm saying? Other than tell the truth. I don't have any diplomacy to issue to any of these people. Because once they came out with the lies, once they came out the gate with the lies, you know what I'm saying? There's other people to talk to them about that. You know what I'm saying? To be quite honest, I can't stomach it. Because had they come out with the truth, we wouldn't be at this juncture. Do you think that we don't have better things to do than to drive cross state, go jump across all kind of states, over and over and over to go get the truth when these people are sitting right there and know the truth? They sitting right there and they trying to cover up the truth. They've done their best and they failed because the truth is out now. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a lot of black people in this country. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's a lot of podcasters, but it's only 1 in a million like yourself. It's only 1 in a million like a Kaepernick. Even Miss Reed, Miss Sophia Reed, that lady is strong and her family is strong. She's going through something, a nightmare, or the worst nightmare. Not only to have this happen to her child, but to have to deal with people trying to encourage her. Do you know they tried to encourage her to just come and say it's a suicide when she know it wasn't?
Who tried to encourage her to say it was a suicide?
The people at the university, the police, and even somebody that was supposed to be so-called representing her. And she had to push back and say, no, my baby didn't do that to himself. That's what she done told me over and over. She said, I know my baby didn't do that to himself. He had just turned, right before midnight, he had just turned in his school paper, his homework, term paper. This young man had his whole life in front of him. As I said before, he was doing what every parent and everybody wants to see their child do. He was going to school, trying to make something of himself. He wasn't out there doing nothing to hurt nobody. When I talk to people, they say Trey worked every time he could. He took care of his and took care of his and loved his mother, his little brother, his little sister, his grandma. Everybody say he was a very charming, handsome, charismatic, good looking. He wasn't sitting there pressed for no females. Where they try to put out a narrative. He was upset about a situation with a female to where he wanted to do something to himself. This young man had all kind of ladies going after him. He wasn't pressed for no female like his mother told. So that whole lie, so many lies. They want us to believe that he hung himself with a belt with no buckle on this little small tree, and what nobody saw in the middle on the white side of the campus. That he took himself all the trees. Come on, that's a lie. Why did they lie and go and tell when I'm saying they? Let's not forget. Why did the Cleveland Police Department and the Sheriff Department go and tell his grandparents at 9:15 on September the 15th, the day that he died, a.m., that he committed suicide in the dorm room? See, they didn't have they act together. See, the lies upon lies is like, we've been told that as a kid. You're trying to cover up a lie, and the truth is very cutting and straight to the point. Blunt force trauma to the back of his head.
What do you say to people who say, "Hey, what are y'all talking about? This is racist." The coroner the medical examiner was a black guy. I mean, what do you mean it was racist?
Okay, it's the establishment. It's the system. Come on, man. I'm not surprised that this man that we saw on the news, the black guy, he just got promoted for that news day. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? And look, let me put it like this. Since the days of chattel slavery, and we're going to go all the way back there, because what we're dealing with is the vestiges of chattel slavery. From the days of chattel slavery, they had coconuts, black on the outside, but white on the middle, who would do the deeds of whatever the so-called slave master told them to do. They would hang us up so they could and whip us because they were told to do that, because they were fashioned in that manner. Ain't nothing different than today.
That's right.
We still have coconuts today. They just brown and black brown is chocolate on the outside and white in the middle. They souls, they inside. Now, people want to say this is not about race. You're lying. You're straight up lying. You're lying to people.
Yeah, they're gaslighting. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, they lying, gaslighting, whatever. They straight up lying. Because any other time, only time they don't want to talk about race is when something racial can happen, right? But I guarantee when the census come, they brought race. I guarantee when they go to put their driver's license application in, they put their race down.
Yeah.
I guarantee when they finna go get their check for their benefits, they're gonna put their race down. But the only time they don't want to deal with race is when something horrifically racist is taking place. Get out of here. We're not going for that. Just be honest. Stop lying to the people. And see, just be honest. I can sit down and have a conversation with a redneck. It don't bother me. I can sit down and have a conversation with a white liberal. It doesn't bother me. I can have an argument with a white liberal, a white racist, or a black person. It doesn't bother me, because the truth is the truth. If you got your position or you got the information that you have, put it on the table. But what they're not going to do, what we're not going to allow them to do and get away with, is continuing to murder, lynch. It doesn't matter if it's the police lynching with the bullets or these no good racists that snatched this young man. So that's what it depends.
How did the family react when the results confirmed what they suspected all along?
That lady was upset. She told me she cried when she heard. I ain't gonna lie, I cried. As soon as she said the word blunt force trauma, the tears just shot out of my eyes.
The back of the head.
The back of the head. I felt it. When she said bruises to his back and cheek and butt cheeks, I knew they was kicking this baby, this young man. You know, for him to have the leg sprung, they must have drugged him. I'm looking at the picture. I know the picture. I see the picture. And the family's so traumatized by what's happening. They the ones don't want the picture out because of the trauma. The trauma.
Could there be a reasonable explanation as to why, a reasonable and legal explanation as to why Trey's organs would be missing in that second autopsy?
I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an answer for it. But what I do know is that I don't have an answer for that. I have an opinion. I have an opinion.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is in the days of lynchings, you know what I'm saying, the term picnic was people would take organ parts for souvenirs. There's a book you can pull it up right now, order it and they even got a website. It's called Without Sanctuary. And this book was written by a white man who he was going through some of his father's or grandfather's stuff, and he was finding all these postcards and pictures of lynchings, and they would, and I guess he started doing the research, and come to find out they would, if you look at these pictures of lynchings, these people, this was a culture. They would dress in their Sunday best, and they would lynch, and they would dress in their Sunday's best, and people would take body parts. That's the term called picnic, pick a nigga. That's what it pick a nigga, picking parts off.
Pick, P-I-C, and Nick for the N-word.
They would pick parts off. You know what I'm saying? It went on all across the nation. I mean, all across the nation, and particularly in the South. Mm-hmm. And another thing I want to say, the lynchings started pretty much escalating in the United States of America after 1865. You know, when so-called chattel slavery was so-called ended, and black people started having their own so-called rights. You know, and people were getting, when black men were getting voted into positions, places like Colfax, Louisiana, where they went and snatched the elected officials out of the halls of office and started lynching them, even in the halls of D.C. and across America. Ida B. Wells, she started doing reports about these lynchings, and most of the time they were black business people or people who were of an influence. You know, we need to start doing our research, people. What is at the heart of this hatefulness, this economic envy, this envy of our black men, this hatefulness of our black women? We're not the aggressor towards these people. We don't go out there doing these horrific crimes against humanity to these people. Black people commit, most of the time, black on black, just like white people most of the time commit white on white. Asians commit Asian on Asians, because most people, they play where they stay. You fight amongst your community. Things happen where you stay. Now, when one race goes against another race, that's what's called a war. When another nation goes against another nation, that's when it's called a war. White people have fought each other for centuries. Black people have fought each other. Nations and nations, kingdoms and kingdoms. That's nothing new to America, to humanity. But when one, that's just like you and your family can get into it all you want. Y'all can have knockdown, drag out, sisters and brothers. But if the people next door jump on you, then it's a family, it's a feud. Everybody, all hands on deck. This is what we're dealing with. We are dealing with a nation that was founded on racism, that was founded on slaughtering the indigenous people, our people that was here, that was made rich, the wealthiest country on the planet to today, the most powerful, based on our people's free labor, forced labor. The trauma continues. The drama continues, but see, now there's something that's taking place because of the elders before us who fought. Ain't nothing ever happened without people fighting for it. What sparked the Civil War? Let's tell the truth. The Haitian Revolution. When black people start standing up, let's not forget when Nat Turner and them did what they did. They said, "Oh Lord, these people ain't going for it." It was rebellions going on all across Louisiana, in Lafayette. It's been rebellions going on in Louisiana. All across. People have always been freedom fighters standing up. That's the only time we get what we need, is when we stand up. Because, see, they got these handkerchief head Negroes who want to buck dance, who want, you know what they had nerve enough to tell these people? Don't deal with them Black Panthers. They trouble. In 2025. Are you kidding me? Trouble.
These are black people telling family, don't deal with the Black Panthers.
They trouble.
And y'all are the ones that's taking it to the streets. In fact, I'm gonna show a video right now of y'all pulling up on Mississippi at the scene of the murder.
It's impossible. It's impossible. These trees are not vegetable. None of them. In them trees are gonna pop. And it's a camera.
Right?
What'd you say?
You were saying that the trees are not lynchable. The trees that he was allegedly hung from. Now, which one of those trees was he hung from? I mean,
I'm glad you rerun it, because last time I said that center tree, but I still corrected.
Which one?
Two, not that one. It's gonna be go over. It's actually gonna be the one that we stopped at and saw the camera and stop. That's it. That's the tree. Come on, tell me how possibly. When we look at that other picture, remember?
And where
you and I saw that lynching picture, and that's how we could tell more specifically when we zeroed in.
Right.
We zeroed in. That's the tree. And when we get permission, we're gonna release it. If we get permission, we respecting the family. But there's proof. There's a lot of information.
Yeah.
And we're giving, remind you, we see the cover up must be exposed. That's why we come to you breaking right now. And we're gonna more and more is gonna come out. But right now, October the 18th, we need all roads to lead to Mississippi, Delta State. We're putting the word out now. So start making your arrangements, Mississippi. Start making your arrangements, Memphis. Start making your arrangements, New Orleans. Start making your arrangements, Dallas. Start making your arrangements, Atlanta. Start making your arrangements, New York. Start making your arrangements, California. Start making your arrangements, Detroit. Wherever you at in America, KKK, and you know this is wrong, you show up into Mississippi, in Cleveland, Mississippi. You can't miss it. The town ain't but that big. Delta State University, ground zero. All roads lead to Mississippi. And don't try to get in nobody to try to distract people like y'all try to do with the Gina and like y'all try to do with Alton Sterling, and what y'all try to do with all these other demonstrations we didn't put together.
Where's the camera? Where's that camera located at on the building?
That camera is located right behind that tree. Okay, you see where that bench is?
Yeah.
Go right above the bench. It's a little box right above that. You can kind of see it past right that dam. It's right smack there.
Right there near the gutter. Looks like the gutter drain.
It's there's a gutter. So I guess it'll be to the right of the gutter. It's like if you follow that
I see it. It's like right behind it. Like right
there. That camera saw it all. It's all kind of cameras around there.
Huh?
And look at that parking lot. Look at the parking lot. See, that's how you know they backed in or drove him right there and hung him right there. This has had to have happened sometime between. We're gonna say between. They have to have hung him there sometime between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. is when it had to have happened. because the cafeteria workers saw him hanging. The students saw him hanging. That's how come the report about how everybody was saying his leg was broke. It's a lot of people with pictures. They being respectful. We knew it wasn't no suicide. You mean to tell me with a sprung or broken leg, you know what I'm saying, this man gonna drag himself over here? Come on, man.
And let's go back and look at that tree anyway. Let's look at that tree.
Okay.
That particular tree, if you look at the tree, what branch are you going to hang anybody from?
Man, when you look at that picture, it's like they pulleyed him. It's like a pulley. It's not even natural how he's up on there. You could tell somebody was from behind and pulled him to set him up there. We believe, in my opinion, that was the next one. And stop. That's it. Now you can really see the camera. You see?
Yeah.
Now you can really see that camera right there.
Yeah, which branch is big enough? Which branch is big enough to hang anybody?
It ain't. It's not.
Because
look how all of the limbs, the branches go up in the air.
Yeah, the branches that are
hanging down
look strong enough. The branches that are big and large enough go straight up, so there would be nowhere to support a rope or a belt or anything. But I see that camera right there, right below the
roof,
the leaves, right there, right above the roof.
Right below the roof, you can see it plain and
closer to the leaves.
You see, look, see right that white dot, right? I'm acting like you can see my finger. It's a white dot, right? It's a dot right there, right? Okay, you saw the bench. You go up from the bench, it's the little whatever that great thing is, and just go straight up, boom. You'll see the camera right there, white camera.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, the camera is before you get to the gutter,
the roof, yeah.
Before you get to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I see. So it looks like, maybe it looks like it's just about maybe 3 feet, 2 feet away from the roof.
Yes.
From the top of the roof.
Yes, it saw it all.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah. To the right of the gutter, about 2 feet from the roof.
Mm-hmm.
That's the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they captured it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know they got it anyway, and if that camera didn't get it, another camera got it. If that camera didn't get it, another camera got it.
It's a building behind that. It's a camera on that building.
Yeah, you got cameras everywhere.
It's a building to the left of it. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Not only do they have footage so that's why I'm saying today, the Delta State University, the Delta State University Police, the Cleveland, Mississippi Police, the county, I believe is Bolivar County Sheriff. Boulevard. Let me pull it up to be for certain, but they know, they have the information, and so we have the information. Now we know, which we already knew, but now we have the legal, the medical report back showing that this was not self-inflicted. That this young baby was struck from the back of the head. So the original call of a cover-up is true. Look at this young man. That's cold-blooded. That's dirty. So we definitely want the brothers and sisters who are able to mobilize and come down. We want y'all to go to our site, nbpp.org. We've gotten a lot of people sending out inquiries. We're going to send out some information very shortly, but we'll be coming, if you're able to, if you're able to allow us, we want to come back and next week or in the next few days or as information comes and keep giving you guys updates. See, we have to be our own reporting agency. We can't rely on the national establishment to control the narrative, the national media. those that you have been pretty much in charge so far have dropped the ball. Don't you think that CNN, NBC, MSNBC, and all them people can send people down to investigate what's really going on if they were really concerned, and maybe they haven't had the incentive that they should have now because maybe they were believing the authorities about the autopsy report. But now that the second autopsy is come back, that the first autopsy was not truthful, then folks needs to take it upon themselves and truly do some
We're starting to have problems with your.
investigative reporting with the resources. Get the truth out. Just like newspapers have put out articles that are slanting the truth of what happened to this young man. We need people to come on out. I'm not gonna lie to you, Willie. We
Well,
need all hands on deck.
Yeah, all hands on deck, and that also means all hands write checks. Let me tell y'all something, fam. Freedom ain't free. If you think freedom is free, you're slower. Your window, short bus window licking slow. It costs money. Everybody else get it. All of these other groups get it. They understand that it costs money to make things happen, to move, to mobilize. Transportation, hotels, security. People. This type of stuff costs. Freedom ain't free. Justice ain't free. You got to fight for it. You got to fight for it. You got to put your money where your mouth is. Hey, the sharing the video and sharing the post is cool. Commenting is cool, but ain't nothing better than that action. And so that's why I unapologetically put and post the information on here for you, how you guys can pay and how you guys can support the cause for the new Black Panther Party. And all of these groups out here, you should be trying to support as many groups as you can that's actually doing the work. These guys do the work, and this is why I support them, and this is why I get all the way behind them, and I want you guys to do the same. What you had to say?
I need you to, if you can put Mrs. Sophia Reed put together a GoFund, and now the GoFund, if we can put that up, because it's a work in progress. This young, even though it might not look as flamboyant as people might think, but this is actually her GoFund.
Give me the address.
It says GoFund.me. Let me see. I'm gonna text it to you. But if we can put this up, and it's actually been put up by his mom, and she needs support. She wants to get a headstone for Trey. She wants to be able to, and headstones are not cheap. I know I had to get a headstone for my son. It was $5,200 because I wanted him to have the best headstone. And I'm not sure what it's gonna cost for her to get a headstone. We need people to donate and step up to the plate with that headstone. We want to take some of the money that people are going to donate to what we're doing and put out a reward. Anybody that has any information, pictures, videos, witnesses, don't be afraid. Go to our website and send a message. We want to put a reward out.
You hear that? You hear that, Delta State? You hear that? We looking for that justice for real. A reward for information. A reward for information. You got information, share that information, and we're gonna make sure that you are compensated, for that information. Yeah, that makes sense.
That GoFund. How you can put that in the link?
I got the GoFundMe. I'm trying to figure this out right now. How to put it in there. Let me.
When you go to for those, it says honoring Trey Reed in the continuing fight for justice, and it was put up by Sophia Reed. That's his mom. But I'm gonna text you the link. I don't know how you can put it in there, but That is an official link that his mom put out. Um, that his mom created, and it needs to get hit. I mean, it's only has $150 raised, in which I put the first 100, and the other, but our national spokesman, Brother Mama, put 50. Just think about it, family. This nobody expected for this to happen. This lady is barely got some rest. She just had to go. She just did the funeral Saturday. You know what I'm saying? She been waiting on the autopsy report for Monday and Tuesday. I know because I'm talking to her. She finally got to get the report on yesterday. Now we coming out today. She has somebody help her put up this GoFund. We need to send it to and get all the money we can to help this lady and this family. They beautiful people. They good people. Now it says
I got
honoring.
I
You
got
got
I
it?
got it right here,
Okay.
and I'm about to share it. I'm about to share my screen. Let's hit it up, fam. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go right now. Let's go right now. That's 100. The goal is $1,400. You could tell, family, that this family is really sincere
I
about.
think we need to raise 100,000 for this
Yeah,
family. I don't know how we can do
yeah,
it with
yeah.
everybody that's watching, but
Now, how are we going to do it? Not how. No. Now,
yes,
how we're gonna do it? We're gonna do it. Ain't no. We can take off that. We can take off. I don't know. We're gonna do it. We're
yes,
gonna
sir.
raise at least $100,000 at least, and we're gonna start right now, fam. Let's start hitting this GoFundMe up right now while we're on right now. This is the. I'm sharing the link with you right now. Let me make sure. Let me take me off the screen because
Yeah,
that.
showing me in the tree and you.
Hold on. Let me get the GoFundMe. Okay. Where is it?
He'll definitely be able to put it in the link for those of you who are going to watch it afterwards. He'll be able to put it in the description. But all hands on deck, fam. All hands on deck.
There's something going on over here where I'm not able to share. Let me see if I can figure this out. But
But I'm
you can go on.
yeah, I'm thinking that if people go to GoFund and just do a search, honoring Trey Reed, or honoring Trey Reed, and continuing fight for justice. Honoring Trey Reed and continuing fight for justice.
There
There
we
we go. There we go. Look at Miss Sophia. Oh, bless her heart. She's so pretty. That's her picture right there. You'll see Miss Sophia's picture.
Yeah, we got 1,400 people. Hell, we can meet that goal right now. That 1,400. We can meet the $1,400 goal right now. It's 1,400 people watching this live. If everybody
Right.
gets $1, they already got that goal. That goal, which we're going to far exceed that goal, but at least that goal is made, has been achieved. At 1,400 people, if everybody gave $1, that's $1,400. Come on, fam. We
And I
got.
believe she wanted that for the headstone. We can do much more
Yeah,
for that. We need
yeah.
to that's what I'm saying.
You're
This
not gonna
lady,
do it. Yeah, we got to do more than that. He needs to, the headstone needs to be bigger. We can
right,
that's a head plate. I don't even think that's a stone, a headstone. I think that's more like one of those plates that you put on the ground. We need a stone. He needs something so that people can know, what happened, and
right,
that his life mattered. Uh, let's
right.
let's go, fam. So it started off at when we came on, it was at what, 150? Was it at one?
Uh-huh.
So it's only 150. We still was at 150, only two donors. This is honoring Trey Reed and continuing justice. This is the GoFundMe for Trey Reed, the young man who was killed at Delta State University, where the coroner said that it was suicide. We know now after um, a second autopsy sponsored by Colin Kaepernick, that ain't true. He was murdered. The second autopsy proved that he had blunt force trauma to the back of his head, and he had bruises and contusions, and he had so they kicked him. He had bruises in his buttocks, on his buttocks,
Right.
which means that they kicked him, they stomped him after they did whatever they did to him, and while they did what they did to him. So these uncivilized must be brought to justice, and this case is going to have to get outside of Cleveland. It's going to have to blow up in Cleveland. It's going to have to blow over in Cleveland, and it's going to have to be. This is a federal case. This is a federal case because it involves, in my opinion, a major cover up.
You're right.
Across several agencies.
Right.
Across several agencies.
Right. This is why people were trying to discourage us from coming in and bringing the truth. You know, this family, these people in Grenada, these people in Cleveland, Mississippi, very humble, very proud, very respectful people. You know, I saw the most sincerest energy every time we've been down there. We first went down to the fact finding mission, and then we went back down for the funeral. And this time when we come back, we need to let the world know that Miss, even though they caught Trey by himself, they caught him slipping, and they did this to him. And we need to let the world know this is not going to happen. We're not going to let this happen. We're not going to let Miss Sophia stand alone. We got to get the word out. We have to be able to mobilize, family, you know, and this needs to be for the long haul. With this case with Trey Reed, we should, and what we must do is just put a stop to the corruption of the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. See, they've grown so arrogant. Like I said before, they hung Otis Bird in the backyard of the people, the Europeans' houses, of who he was accused of killing their daughter, and had did 26 years in jail behind. They hung him in their backyard in 2015 and got away with it, hanging him 15 feet in the air. We have that picture. I don't know if you want to show it, but you got it. They hung him in the air. They got away with it. They hung Philip Carroll in his backyard after he got into a physical altercation with his white girlfriend in Jackson, Mississippi in 2017. They hung Willie Jones Jr. in the front yard of the family of the white girl that he had a baby with, that he had gotten into an argument with after they beat him in that house, burnt him with the iron. They hung him in their front yard. In all of these cases, they said suicide. In all of these cases, the local, state, and Mississippi Bureau of Investigation allowed this to happen.
Which lets you know they ain't on it.
And now the arrogance to hang this baby, this young man, in the middle of a college campus on a Monday for the world to see. No, it's got to stop. We have to stop it. That's why everybody everybody has something that they can do. If you can't make it down to Mississippi, spread the word. If you can make it down to Mississippi, get down there. What's going on with the GoFund? Are y'all not able to see the link? Because we should be raising, family.
Real talk. Real talk.
Let me see what happened when I go to it.
I'm trying to refresh like it's a malfunction or something, because it's stuck on the same numbers as far as I see.
Well,
I think that's got to be some type of glitch or something. That can't be right. I don't believe that's right. I don't believe that nobody is actually donating.
It just went up.
That's a little.
Now say 269. Now it's rolling.
I see Malik Harrod just donated. Appreciate you, Malik. Anonymous donated. Dana Wingate, Anonymous, Renee Brown. Thank y'all. Thank y'all all. And you know it. I can tell you, I spoke to the mother yesterday. I spoke to Sophia Reed, the mother of Trey, on yesterday, and I can tell you firsthand, fam. These are the type of people you really want to help. This is it, and she appreciates this. You know, with everything, with every fiber in her. She is a rider. She ain't no passive little docile like, oh, I forgive them and scared and no. That ain't her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is angry as she should be, you know, and she wants justice for her child. So these donations, however big or small, they help, and we have to get used to doing this, fam, like all the time, because we never know when it's going to be our turn to have a GoFundMe. We never know when it's going to be our turn when one of these uncivilized mutts will violate ours, and we have to ride with that same intensity.
That's right. That's right. And you know, a mobilization for a systemic change, it can't be a one hitter quitter. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a continuation. So we making this call to action for October the 18th, and we are definitely needing people to not only support the family, but to get out and to support the mobilization. You know what I'm saying? We need brothers and sisters, logistically wise, to step up to the plate. We had some people that come up to us at the funeral after the service and said they can help get the word out. We need those people to be activated. We had people that said that they want to join. We need those people to be activated. We need people that said, well, I can't make it, but I can put in 2 cents. Put your money where your mouth is. Support those that are going to go out. Yes, the family definitely needs all the support that they can get. This mother, you know, she has children, you know. Now, I can picture, and I would hope that now that this information is coming out, that we could get the national media to bring Miss Reed in, to bring her forward. You know, to be honest, you know, she's very fiery and very driven. You know, she was, you know, she
That
won't,
should be.
she comes across like she's not gonna leave no stone unturned. And I believe her. And I know she is. We must support her. We must get everybody held accountable, from the people that actually did this to Trey to everybody that was a part of the cover up. People have to get held accountable. I'm sorry. It's no getting around it. How would you send partial? Why would the medical examiner, if you have nothing to hide, the person in Mississippi that did the examination, if you have nothing to hide, why did they send incomplete information to the people doing the independent autopsy? What's that all about?
Because they're trying to hide something.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so, with that being said, I don't, I don't want, there we go, 464. You know what I'm saying? You doing it, people. Show Miss Reed some love. Let's raise that goal. Let's raise that goal today.
So we got Smooth Jones just donated. Alfred
Yeah.
Williams, donated $50. Juliana Ball donated $10. Sandra Walkup, $20. Ahava Turner, $100. Louis Wetzel, $10. Patrina Thomas, 25. Thank you, y'all, fam. Keep it coming. We're gonna keep this live going for a minute so that we can raise more. We at the very least we're gonna have to eclipse. We're gonna have to eclipse this $1,400 ask. We gotta at the very least do that first and foremost. You know, and that's a very small ask. That's, you know, we should do even well beyond that, but at the very least, let's get that out the way so that they can go in and change that goal, because that is that's, you know, every
Very humble. That just show that's what I'm saying. How sincere and these people. That was a very humble request, you
right.
know. And we know we got it. We should. If a dang wicked Dylan Ruth, who went into a church house and killed a bunch of people, if them wicked people that support them raised $500,000 on a GoFund for a wicked person like that,
Exactly.
surely we
And
can raise
and we're supposed to be the good ones.
$100,000 for this for Miss Reed.
Exactly. The wicked and the evil, like they routinely raise 200, 500. I mean, and you can't say we ain't got it, because we got money for what we want to spend money on. We got it. We have money for what we always find a way to get what we want, right? So we can't say we ain't got it. Everybody got $1. Everybody got $5. Everybody got something, $2. You got something.
That's right. Now we got a website that we want people to send their inquiries about joining, about being a part of the mobilization, which is nbpp.org. I believe what I'm going to do is have them connect this GoFund to that website. You have Willie Show. You know, there we go, $7.94. We halfway there, family. Halfway there. Come on, people.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Let's bust this open for Miss Reed today. You know, and when that, keep donating, because when she makes
$10, Robert Green 5, Edward Sims 20, Hyneef Cunningham $19, Latrice Holloway $31, Gregory Adams $25, Stephanie Johnson $5, Kimberly Cooley $50, Rosie James 20, Yolanda Leatherberry 20, Susan Cyrus 10, Anonymous 25, Maurice Howard 10, Delmore Cheeseboro 20, Charles Wright 10, Cheryl Stepp 25. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It looked like Smooth Jones donated again.
Smooth Jones.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt. That's right.
Did I call out Alfred? I guess did I call out Alfred Williams 50 and Juliana Barr? Yeah, that's how you do it, fam. I'm telling you, man. It's, you know, we really got to get used to putting our money where our mouth is. You know, it's an old saying: "Don't tell me what you care about. Show me your bank. Show me your bank receipt. Show me your bank transcript, and I'll tell you what you care about." Because you spend your money on the things that you care about. You could say you care about this or that and all this stuff all you want, but wherever you spend your money is going to show. Like some of us, we got kids, and we send our kids money all the time. If you got kids, if I looked at your bank statement and I saw that you send money to your kid on a weekly basis, or I see somebody, I see something, a check going out, I see a withdrawal every single week of a certain person or whatever, I'm gonna look into that. Oh, okay, that's her daughter. Oh, that's his son. Oh, okay. That lets me know. That's gonna tell me that you care about that. If I see you donating to certain causes, that's gonna make me say, oh wow, you know, that's what they care about. That's what they're passionate about. If I see you every week buying clothes, I'm gonna know that you're passionate about buying clothes. You know, or if you go to a certain dessert store every week, and you're purchasing, you know, desserts 2 or 3 times a week, or a restaurant, you're going to that. That's going to let me know what you support. That's what's going to really let me know what you support. When I look at that bank statement, show me your bank statement, and I'll tell you what you care about. So we got to get used to that notion, because these other folks, these uncivilized mutts, they done figured it out. They stick together. These uncivilized mutts stick together. and they will donate in a quick, fast, and in a hurry, even when they know they've committed a crime, even when they know they are dead wrong. They would do it because they have an agenda, and their agenda is to make sure they maintain a certain level of threat, a certain level of privilege, if and when them or one of their people that they rock with is caught up. They want to make sure they get a slap on the wrist too. They want to make sure they get some money while they sit in jail and await their sentence. So they're on code. So we got to be on code. I mean, not one time, every time. We don't have to try to figure out how to crank the machine all up over again. They don't have to have these conversations I'm having right now with our people. They don't have to have those conversations. It's automatic with them. They're on code. So we got to get to that point to where, okay, here it is. Boom. I don't need no speech. I don't need nothing. I'm on code. Boom. Just like that. Because it ain't going to change automatically. You can't expect the wicked to automatically start having a good heart and decide that they're going to treat you right and be fair and act and treat you in a humane way. They're uncivilized. So all they know is harming people. All they know is murder and mayhem and chaos. They're not going to automatically change, and a bully is not going to stop bullying you because you talk to them nice. You cannot negotiate with a bully.
Right.
You got to bully the bully.
Right. Right. You got to stand up. Power yields nothing without a demand. We have to demand everything that we want. Anything that we've ever achieved as a people, we have to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? We have to fight for it. Come on. Boom. We've exceeded it. Let's keep it going.
There we go.
There we go. Come on now. Let's break it. Come on. That's what I love it. I love it. Yeah. Come on, black people. Let's keep it rolling.
Let's see who donated.
Keep it rolling.
See who's donating. Look at us, y'all. We went from 2 people donating to 68 people donating, from $150 to over $2,000 in a matter of 10 minutes or so. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
$10. Aaron Williams 5, Tiffany Williams 10, Anonymous 10, KM Burrow 40. Hey, fam, if I don't get your name right, charge it to my brain, not my heart. I only finished 12th grade. Anonymous 50, Kathy Martin 25, Robin Lawrence 30, Mattia Greer 5, Anonymous 25. What is this? Jumark Jackson. I like that. That's dope. Jumark, $30. Anonymous 20, Stacy Newhouse 10, LaCroix Wagner 20, Anonymous 20, Anonymous 25, Anonymous 50, Derek Graves 25, Shatney Card 10, Anonymous 50, Carrie Banks Wright 10, Antonio Partlow 20, Jonathan Lynch 67, Angela Davis 10, Quiz Lyson.
Angela Davis. Come on, Angela Davis.
Belita Hall, 100. Arlene Robinson, 20. Anonymous gave 40. Demetria Hudson gave 20. Eulalia Shipman. Yulia. That's Yulia. Eulalia, 20. Robert Kennan, 20. Lamont Wilson gave 5. Terry Frost gave 5. Sherry Jerome gave 10. Anonymous 25. Robinette Clark 24. Frederico Smith gave 10. Amanda Callis 25. I think we mentioned Anonymous 10 and Robert Green 5. Edward Sims 20. That's where we are right now. And
counting. That's what I'm talking about, people.
More people come.
Let's Sophia put just some kind of a light into her heavy heart, that she can, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to talk to her. I can't
Yeah.
wait to talk to her. Something to lighten a heavy heart. Now, people, by the time we do this demonstration on October the 18th, we should have raised at least 100,000 for this
Yeah,
lady
we should absolutely be well over 100,000.
and for the family. And let's not forget, we still got to raise money for mobilization,
Yeah,
and that's it's twofold. We have the resources, we have the intelligence to chew bubble gum and walk and talk. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
The monies that's earmarked to that family, that's for that family.
Yeah,
The resource that we need to mobilize, we got to mobilize. The people, I want to talk about the putting in the work and joining the new Black Panther Party.
yeah,
We need to have duplicate. I need more Sister Crystals. You know what I'm saying? I need more. We need more Willie D's. Look at Willie D is a artist, a icon. Okay, an icon. I'm talking about a trendsetter, a groundbreaker as far as his rap industry, as far as his music industry. He takes his time to get on the phone late night, like last night, talk to these families. I remember when Willie got on the plane and shot up to Chicago when Biggie got killed to get to meet with the minister and the other artists to say stop this West Coast East Coast crap. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that has it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be a medical person and you can say, Sister Crystal, Brother Willie, I know such and such. Let me check this out. Let me see what 2 cents I could add to what's going on with this forensic thing. You could be an attorney and say, because we have had other attorneys that told us, and the advice they told us leading up, there was an attorney by the name of Michael Antolon, an attorney by the name of Sam Daffin, right here in Houston. As we were heading up, and there's an attorney in Mississippi by the name of Rokia Lumumba. And these are attorneys and they all pretty much told us basically the same thing as we get advice. We got sense. We not just going out here just moving on emotion, or although we are pissed off, you know what I'm saying, which is a motivation to get up and do something, but we using our brains. But one advice I think the brother Malcolm Antoine told us, he said, take every note. Don't discount any little information that you get because it might be vital. Listen to
mhm.
what everybody says. It's pretty much the same thing that we've been told. And document.
Let's take a look, let's take a look at
Let's
take a look at where we are right now.
go fund that.
The GoFundMe.
Come on, go fund.
Let's see, 2,700. There we go. Yeah,
27.
yeah.
All right, it went up another 5. That's
Let's go.
beautiful. That's beautiful. I think y'all gonna wind up busting before this show is over. Y'all gonna bust 5,000 at a minimum.
Let's
And
see.
then the goal is 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we want to raise a minimum of 100,000 for Miss Reed, for her
Yeah.
family. As the fight is gonna go on for justice for Trey, as the demonstrations go on, she shouldn't have to be worrying about anything.
And she have to also go back and forth herself to transport, and she needs protection as she go into the belly of the beast also. So she
Right.
has to have somebody watching her back while she go out there, and also have somebody back at home taking care of her kids, her smaller kids she have at home. So there's a 2-hour drive from Cleveland to Grenada, Mississippi, where she lives. So she's incurring expenses and things, and fam. So this is one of the small things that we can actually do to give the mother some relief as she goes through one of the most horrible events that a person can. I don't even say one of. I would say I would dare say the most horrible event a mother could go through. The loss of a child is one thing, but the loss of a child because they were murdered, they would not, and not just murdered, but it was they were lynched, and it was covered up by people who are supposed to be protecting her child, people who are supposed to be making sure that her child was safe. They're actually part of the cover up.
Right.
Let's give some shout outs here. Just Anticipate gave $20. Antonio Shield gave 40. Anonymous 25. Another anonymous 20. Uh, Colleen Washington. Looked like I said Colleen name before, but that's 20. Roy White gave 25. Anonymous 100.
I think Colleen gave again. You did call her.
Okay, yeah, okay. So Colleen gave again. Appreciate you, Colleen. That's what I'm talking about. Anonymous gave a C note. Curtis Johnson gave a C note. Michael Atwaters, $10. And Anonymous 25. Prince Burks 5. Anonymous 50. Latrice Holloway gave again, looks like. That's 31. Yolanda Prince, 25. Anonymous, whoa, 500.
Yeah, come on, Anonymous, with that 500. That's what we talking about.
Man, Quita McDonald gave 20. Marie Wade gave 10. Erin Williams gave 5. Tiffany Williams gave 10. Anonymous 10. Kayam Burrow gave $40. Antonio 50. Kathy Martin 25. Robin Lawrence 30. And yeah, so
That's what we was at the last time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about, people.
Man. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, man.
See, the wicked time is up.
Yeah.
I'm a revolutionary, but I'm very, very, very spiritual. And and it doesn't matter what your religion is, but whatever your religion, whatever your thought and being, when it's all said and done, the good will prevail over wickedness. The good will prevail. And then the only way for the good to prevail is people have to have good courage. See, you have to be courageous. You just can't be righteous and you scary. And you can't be all acting like you courageous and corrupt. Because see, what we dealing with the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation and the police department, you dealing with some people who got the courage enough to get out and tell a lie. See, that's wicked courage. See, they so bold as to get out, but really it's not. I'm gonna take that back. I'm not even gonna give them
courage all the way out.
Courage. It's a coward. It's a coward to cover up the murder of a child. It's a coward to grab this young man when he alone, catch him slipping. He was by himself. You know what I'm saying? You grabbed this man and you snatched him and you brutalized him. And then you had the arrogance to hang him up for everybody to see. First thing in the morning on the 100th anniversary of Delta State. Do you think we don't know this is some kind of ritualistic thing that took place?
What does this revelation say about the trustworthiness of official autopsies in cases involving Black victims?
Oh, man. This happens all the time. That's why Colin Kaepernick, he has an initiative. There's an initiative to do the independent autopsy. And this has been going on forever. The coroners, the different corrupt coroners departments. This has been going on forever. Unfortunately. Just like with y'all heard it was a big old thing going on with the forensic department in New Orleans. All them cover-ups they had going on. They had to put the police department under federal consent decree, which is under right now. Now I'm not gonna lie, I don't have much hope or encouragement from this Department of Justice to do anything without that pressure. Let's not forget when Trey was abducted and they did this to him, it appears to have stemmed from an argument that led to him defending someone as it relates to the Charlie Kirk situation. Let's not forget that. So when come on, you mean to tell me people can't have a various opinion and it leads to this? But it's bigger than this. It's much bigger than this. I think that was just it made him he became a target. He was targeted. We have the person that he argued with. It was on social media. The person that he got into it with, it's on social media. The white boy riding around campus in the black Mustang, hollering out racial slurs. This is the climate going on right now after this happened at Delta State. This is the climate that we dealing with. The black students. You know what? They even lied and said that they shut down school for this incident. But the mom said when she was up there, it was business as usual. People still eating lunch and walking around like nothing happened. What kind of a precedent are y'all did y'all think y'all were going to set?
What kind of leadership do they have over there where they allow something like that to happen? I mean, they shut down a middle school if somebody hear about somebody brought a knife to school. Even if nobody gets hurt, they shut down the school, put it on lock.
Yeah, the racial climate, it's really so ridiculous. I mean, for you to just be this, what, you're not putting fear in nobody doing this. You know what I'm saying? You just doing these lynchings that they doing. You're not scaring black people. You're really waking up the sleeping giant. That's why they don't want the pictures to be shown of the lynchings.
If you're just not
showing the pictures, people hear about it, but they need to see.
If you're just not joining, family, Delta State student Trey Reed was found hanging on campus. And while the first autopsy claimed suicide, the second, founded and funded by Colin Kaepernick's team, told a very different story: homicide. I am speaking right now with new Black Panther Party National Chair Krista Muhammad as we dig deeper into the autopsy and what that means and what we know and what do we do going forward to pursue justice for Trey Reed and what that looks like. What does that look like going forward? What's the next step for the NBPP and Trey's family in demanding accountability and justice?
The next step is, I know that the mother is getting with the legal team and she's putting together a legal team. So it'll be more than just, to my understanding, one firm representing her. But the legal team is going to do their part. That's fine. They must do that. But there must be a political mobilization.
Activism.
There must be a mobilization. There must be a call to action where the people, the freedom fighting people, the justice wanting people come together and come to Delta State University before the world on October the 18th. Is a call to action for everybody. Saturday, October the 18th. So we got plenty of time. We got 16 days to get on the ground, to get the word out for everybody to come to Cleveland, Mississippi, to Delta State on October the 18th. That's the action. Let's mobilize. We need to get on that ground. We need to flood that town. Mm-hmm. And we need to demand, and when we coming with specific demands. We need those people arrested that did this to this brother. No more cover up. Anybody that was involved, we need arrests. We have investigated and have prime suspects. And you know what's so messed up about it? Part of their cover up, they are allowing the people who have done this, they've given them a whole month to get away.
Yeah. Let's hold it right there.
A whole month to leave Mississippi. That could be in Europe for all we know right now.
Yeah.
They've allowed crucial information, or so they thought, to get away.
Let's pause right there so I can give some shout outs to the people that's continuing to donate. And y'all keep it going, fam. There is no amount too little or too large to help this family out. Dean Anthony Smith gave $13. Michael Harrison gave $122. Timothy Young gave $25. Damian Burnett gave $30. Kevin Kennedy, $5. April Mays, $20. Letitia Law, $7. Tisha Williams gave $10. Anonymous gave $20. Daniel Fordham gave 10. Melvin Alexander gave a C note. Anonymous gave 15. Just Anticipate looks like, did they give again? Maybe that's the same one. Okay, so that's where we are right now, fam. We are over the $3,000 mark and counting and counting. We might, like you said before we end, we may as well go ahead on and try to get at least 5 before we shut it down. I think that can be raised because we still got 1,000 people watching.
Right,
not everybody has gave. So I'm gonna take the route that most people are digging and trying to find trying to log in to their account so that they can give, because I know everybody got $1, everybody got a 5, but everybody got something, and so we just got to get used to this type of thing. When it happens, we can't look at it, be all suspicious, because that's how we like to do. Every time it's got something to do with some money, we just automatically get suspicious about everything. But we got to be on code with these type of situations. And so I can understand how some people can be reluctant to give because there are so many scams out there. But I think that we have given you guys enough information to make an educated decision that this is a real situation where a young man's life was taken from him. It was not suicide. We're not relying on just what we think are emotions or what people are saying. We are relying on real evidence. The most conclusive evidence thus far is the second autopsy, which was funded by Colin Kaepernick, that revealed Trey Reed had blunt force trauma to the back of his head. Now, which suicide victim, if you've ever known in the history of civilization, had a wound to the back of their head, a blunt force trauma to the back of their head, and
asphyxiation
and asphyxiation,
and bruises all on his back, bruises on his butt,
on his back and buttocks, bruises on his back and buttocks, and his organs missing. What suicide victim ever fit that description? So we've given you more than enough cause for pause. So we need those donations, as simple as that, fam. And we got to do it all the time, not just for Trey, but right now, this is what it's about. But we just got to get on code and get used to that. Like as soon as we see it, once we get the information and we come to a decision, that's what it is, we need to start digging. I don't give a damn if it's a dollar. We just got to get on code about that. Think about it, fam. If every single time something like that happened, if everybody just made up their mind, at the very least, man, I'm going to give $1. I don't care what the cause is. I don't care who it is. Once I see what go down, once I see it's real, at the very least, every time something like this happens, I'm giving $1. If everybody thought like that, we got 20 million of us, 30 million of us right here in the U.S.
Right.
Imagine if everybody gave $1, and that includes the kids, because if you got kids, you got 5 kids, and then you got yourself, or you got 2 kids and yourself, you give $3. Simple. Or we can get there every single time.
It's all hands on deck. It's something everybody can do. People need to donate, check. They need to be done. We need to donate to the fund for the mobilization. We need to donate to the fund for the mother. People need to hit the ground, check. We need people to hit the ground and come down to Cleveland, Mississippi. We need people to share this broadcast. Check. We need to have the information people that's going to be sharing the information about the flyer when we release the flyer for the mobilization. We need people on the ground that's going to be helping to investigate. We need people that want to organize a longer term initiative towards dealing with the corruption in not only the Mississippi area, but period. So it's something that everybody can do. It's something that everybody can do. It's nothing. There's no excuse in this day and time not to get involved in any shape, form, or fashion. It's very important to share the word. That's just as important as sharing a dollar. It's all equal. It's like the hand is important, like the foot is important. You know what I'm saying? The leg is important, like the arm is important. We all come together, arm, leg, arm, head. You know what I'm saying? We all do our part.
Yeah.
Some people might be in a capacity, whatever, physical, economic, or whatever, where they can't hit the ground. But you know what I'm saying? They might be in a capacity where they can't give a penny, but you can push a like button, a share button, and share this broadcast. You can take your phone and text it and reshare it. Get the word out. Everybody can do that. I'm saying everybody can do everything that we saying. A dollar, you got a credit card, send some money to the family, send some money to the mobilization, send some phone calls to the Mississippi River investigation. Like, it's like, it's no reason for anybody that's hearing our voice not to do something. Even if you are in the most position where you think, well, what could I do? We just told you. It all adds up. Am I right, Willie?
It all adds up. Um, we we are trying to get the GoFundMe over the $5,000 mark now. So we have to end this live, but
Yes.
I'll keep the donations coming in, fam, and also remember, uh, keep the donations going for the. Hold on, let me make sure that I put it in the. Okay, so the link for uh, to donate to Trey's GoFundMe is in the comments, right? It's in the comments, and then also you can donate to the movement. So there's two sides to this, fam. This movement. One side is donating to the family so that they can handle legal expenses and other expenses that they have, and then the other side is the movement, the mobility side of things, where the Black Panther Party comes in, the new Black Panther Party comes in and do what they have to do on the ground. Remember, it takes courageous individuals like them to go in to these territories and start scooping up the information to get the ball moving, because most people are not willing to even do that. That most people are not willing to have these type of conversations, and especially when you're dealing with corrupt law enforcement officials on the ground, people are scared to death, and they're going into the belly of the beast to get that information, and not to go in to start trouble or anything like that, but they're going in and saying, look, we need that information because we believe something nefarious has taken place right here, you know, at this moment in this situation. We believe something nefarious has happened and we want answers. So we
Yes,
have
sir.
to so you have to support these causes. So if you're not going to do it, find a cause that you believe in that's actually putting in the work, and get behind them and support them. That's what I did with the new Black Panther Party, and I do that also with other freedom fighting organizations and other community organizations that I know that's putting in the work. I will get behind them, and I will, promote whatever their agenda is, because I believe in the work that they're doing. So
Yes. Can I
we,
say something right quick? I want to be clear, and I want everybody to be sure, because there's other entities that try to fake like they the new Black Panther Party. Our website is nbpp.org. N is in new, B is in black, P is in panther, P is in party.org. I wanted to say that first, but I want to say something to the people who, for some reason, in their mind, are afraid about Mississippi. Look, those people, that is nothing to be afraid of. in Mississippi. I want to remind people it's like spiritual. I meant to say this earlier. Where they, people like, it's giants in that land. They ain't no giants. They some coward, redneck, no good people. And when the people show up, when Trey people show up, they cower. Every time we deal with these no good racist clan elements, they over there somewhere cowering. Don't be afraid, people. Come together. When you come to Mississippi, be disciplined, show black excellence, black code, dress code, all black, October the 18th, all roads lead to Mississippi. We need the warriors to reach out, nbpp.org. Thank you, Brother Willie, Black Power.
Absolutely. And thank you for coming on the show. Until next time, family, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.
No more talk.
Where do we go from here? How do we get this way? How do we get this way? How do we go back to yesterday? Where do we go from here? How do we go now? How do we get this way? How do we get this way? How do we go back to yesterday?
We looking forward but walking backwards. We both wanna win, but we both inaccurate. Two sides, but no one wants to.